Thank you for attending tonight. Great show, great performance, great fight. Diego Pacheco now 23-0 after a victory over a very game, very brave Steve Nelson. Over to you guys for questions, and to the champ Diego Pacheco and Coach Benavidez as well.
What's up, guys? I just want to thank everyone for being here. My first time headlining here in Las Vegas, a dream come true for me. Thank you, Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, DAZN, everyone for believing in me and making my dreams come true. I'm here to keep working, keep getting better, keep learning, and sticking to my craft and just trying to, go up the ranks at the pace that Matchroom is believing that I should go at, and just ready to keep learning. Like I said, keep going through this journey with my team, Benavidez, and everyone who's been supporting me. Thank you guys to the media, everyone who came out. Much appreciated, and the DP show, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Diego, first off, congrats on the win. Who do you want to fight next?
Thank you, and really anybody in the top five. I'm ranked number one with the WBO, ranked in the top five with the other sanctioning bodies. And I just a believer in my team. I believe in my team. Whoever they think is next, whoever they think is next for the DP show, I'll be ready. I've never turned down any fight, never ducked any smoke. So let's get it. Whoever's next, I'll be ready.
Do you think So Cold was your toughest opponent yet with how much heart he showed?
Skill-wise, maybe. He really didn't. I really didn't feel like I was in trouble in any round. Maybe the last round where he caught me with a few punches, that's where I had to tighten up a little bit. But that was it. Steven Nelson, he showed great heart, great chin. But other than that, nothing else.
Diego, I know you're trying to set him up for that right uppercut. You caught him a couple of times with it, but you never really seemed to hit him with the type of uppercut that you wanted to hit him with. Did you feel that you hit him with one of those clean shots and he just took it well?
I hit him with clean overhand right and straight right. Uppercut. It landed a few times, but not flush as flush as the right straight right or overhand right. But regardless, I feel like he was a good fighter. He had a good game plan as well, and I just showed my skills and my game plan was a lot better.
In going 12 rounds, how did you feel? We saw you a couple times look up at the clock and kind of see how much time was left in the round.
No, I felt good, man. It's crazy going 12 rounds. I never really thought about going 12 rounds, like how it would be, but I felt great. I felt like I wasn't tired in any round. Felt like I controlled the pace, I controlled the fight, and I could have went more rounds if the fight was longer.
Hi, this is Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype, and my question is both for you, Diego, and you, Eddie. It seemed like right after the fight, your stablemate, somebody who's same division as you, Edgar Berlanga, he called you out immediately. He said, he looked forward to giving you a big payday and a big whooping. What is your response to that? And Eddie, how likely is that fight to happen?
I'll go for me, it's the first time I've really heard Edgar talk about that fight, which is music to our ears, I think. And it's a brilliant fight. It's a very tough fight. It's a dangerous fight for both men. Two great fighters, Mexico v Puerto Rico. And I think now it's just showing how Diego's star and his profile is rising, because a lot of people said, who's Diego Pacheco? Why would we fight Diego Pacheco? Now people are calling him out. And Edgar Berlanga, who's one of the biggest names in the division, is calling out Diego Pacheco, which is fantastic. And it is a really, really, really good fight. And I know you like that fight too.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. That's a fight that I've been open to making for a long time now. And it's funny because my coach told me, he's like, if you don't get the knockout, all these guys are going to be ready to fight you. These guys are going to be open to fighting you if you don't get the knockout. So and it's funny you said that, because now it's happening. And Edgar Berlanga, if you're hearing this, bro, we can run it next, whenever. Let's get it.
Miguel Maravillo, Fight News. Diego, first of all, congratulations on your win. It appeared you connected him with that right hand. Was that a momentum changer as far as he came on strong early, and then after that, it's like he backed up and you were the one that was pressing the whole fight after that?
Yeah, I felt like when I landed that first right hand, that first flush right hand is the one that cut him open. And I just know that changed the whole fight for sure. You know, he felt the power, and he knew he couldn't just rush in, and he knew he was going to run into that right hand again. You know, so it changed the fight for sure. And he really didn't pick it up till that last round, where he didn't have no choice but to go in there and try to get a knockout.
Diego, for you, I mean, you win the fight and you also gain some lessons. What are the things you're going to, and Jose, you can answer this too, from this fight, what are the things you guys are going to go back to the gym and say, we need to attend to this the most?
Well, first of all, I want to thank Bomac and his team, Crawford, for giving us the opportunity to fight fighters like what we fought tonight. That I think that those fighters are gonna take us to the world titles, and we're gonna learn a lot from that. And it was a great fight. You know, he did exactly what we had planned. You know, use the jab, use the distance, cut the distance, be aggressive when it was needed, and try to pull him forward and try to counter when it was necessary. And I think he did everything right from the beginning, you know, in order to be successful. And Steven Nelson, I think he was very desperate those 2 rounds, and he knew he had to go and put it all out and try to throw those big shots. I'm very satisfied with the work that he did. We're going to continue working, like I said, but this fight is going to take us to another level, get better, and, you know, sky's the limit. He's getting super strong, better, and every fight he's learning a lot and getting better and better.
A great fight tonight, Diego. This is Mario Ortega with the Boxing Hour. My question is actually for Jose, though. This has to be like a familiar feeling for you, having a young, super middleweight, undefeated, ranked #1 in some of the sanctioning bodies. And obviously Canelo's the big name at 168. Is there anything you've learned from your path with your son? You know, it was a fruitless journey with him, but is there anything that you've learned on that you could share with your new charge, Diego?
Well, like I said, you know, he's getting stronger and stronger, and everybody knows that, you know, Canelo would never take a fight with Diego Pacheco. He's strong, rangy, he uses his jab very well, super young, and he's getting better and better and better. So if Canelo's here, you know, he's ready. He's ready to take that challenge, and I think that will be a great fight. But we're ready for whatever, you know. I think Eddie Hearn's doing a great job, you know, taking them with all these fighters, and he's doing a great job. We're super happy with everything that's happening, and we're just going to go back, continue to go back to fundamentals and keep learning and see. We made a couple of mistakes there that we're going to capitalize on that and keep getting better.
I got a question. How did you prepare for the fight?
For your fight?
For the fight?
I prepare like I do for every fight, man. Like it's my last fight, like it's the most important fight of my life. And, you know, I knew Steven Nelson was gonna be tough. You know, this was a make or break for him. You know, this was his last opportunity. He's 36 years old, so I knew he was gonna come with everything, and that's what I prepared for. And I feel like I executed it perfect.
Coach, what was the game plan going into the fight for Nelson?
The game plan that we had, it was keep him on the outside, use that jab, try to throw the straight punches, and try to go to the body. But you know what? You have a really good fighter, man. You know, to be honest, I was very impressed. He was moving a lot, and he was still getting caught with those straight punches. He got hit with those uppercuts, and to me, you know, Diego did a great job. But I gotta give it to your fighter. You know, I don't know how he stood up with all those big shots. I hope that this is not his last fight. He continues, but he got to beat it tonight.
What was your game plan?
Game plan actually was to try to get in and keep Diego uncomfortable, make him uncomfortable. Because as we study, he's a really great fucking fighter. He fight great in the pocket. He's just trying to make him uncomfortable, push him back on his heels. But I mean, we did what we could do as a team, as a fighter. We tried our best.
What do you think? Do we do a good job, or?
You guys did a fabulous.
Thank you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
My question: when he was, you rocked Steven a couple of times. What went through your head when you hit him with your best shot and he just kept fucking coming?
It was just to keep going, keep hitting him with some more of them. I wasn't going to stop or let up or let him get any type of rhythm going. You know, I was just going to stick to the game plan and keep touching him. But Steven Nelson's a hell of a fighter, and my respect to him for sure.
You one hell of a fighter too, man. I didn't underestimate you. I didn't look you over.
And neither did I. I didn't underestimate you guys at all.
You did a fucking fabulous job.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, to do it. Diego, Stephen Coreno, Carolina Sportsman. Congratulations on the victory. Have you ever been interviewed by the opposing trainer?
Never.
I didn't know if that was a tricky question. I was like, what?
So I wanted to ask Stephen too. It looked like you guys were talking and they're here and there. I see your lips moving. You kind of smile. He smiled. What conversations were you guys having?
It was just, stuff that boxers do in the ring, like sometimes I'd miss a shot, he'd be like, oh, you missed, or when he missed, I'd be like, no, or like sometimes when I was throwing my jab, I see him trying to time me with the right hand, and I was like, nah, that's not gonna work, I see it, but it was just small talk in the ring, nothing crazy. It was a good fight, I hope the fans enjoyed it. Steven Nelson, a good fighter, but today was a DP show, and I showed you guys that I'm here to stay.
In the beginning rounds, you started off just jabbing, chilling out. Then the later rounds, you started throwing real shots that were more significant and hurting him. Was that part of your game plan due to that you younger and he was a little older than you?
Yeah, for sure, man. I knew in those, he'd be the most dangerous in the early rounds, especially because of his age. So, of course, the first round being a little cautious, sticking to my jab, trying to make him run into some because, I know he was most successful when he got his head on people's chest. So I was making sure, keeping him on the outside. And then once that first right hand landed, I felt like he slowed down a little bit. So that's when I started picking it up, started bringing it to him a little bit more. But like I said, Steven Nelson's a dangerous fighter as well, so I had to be locked in. Full 12 rounds, I couldn't lose focus at all. So yeah, man, it was a good fight for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was asking him because I said the most success he had was when he was in the inside and he was throwing combinations, but he wasn't doing that enough. You felt like if he would have done that more, it would have been a more difficult fight for you?
Yeah, he was trying to do it the whole fight. I just didn't let him. You know what I'm saying? I was just doing my job, and as soon as he got close, I angled out. Whenever I felt like I was getting too close to the ropes, I moved to the sides and kept my guard up, moved my head as well, So I felt like he had a good game plan, and he tried it, but I just had a better one, and I executed it better. I controlled the fight. I made sure he didn't get comfortable in there, and I did what I had to do.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
What a great fight.
Appreciate you, bro.
First of all, congratulations. Great fight. I wanted to ask you to rate your performance, and then afterwards, how do you stack up against the other 168 guys?
I feel like to rate my performance, I kind of got to watch the fight over. I felt good in there. I felt comfortable. I never really felt like I was in danger or anything like that. And against all the other fighters, every fight is different. Every style is different. I just got to go in there and do what I do, man. I've been in there with the best of the best. Been in sparring with Canelo, with Benavidez, with Carlos Adames, and a lot of other great world champions. And I always figure it out. I always got to do what I have to do to control or win, basically. So whoever is in front of me, I'm prepared as best as I could and do what I got to do to come out on top.
Just for Diego and Jose as well, you heard him with the check hook, you heard him with the right hand in a couple of different ways, and Nelson gave credit for that after the fight, but he also said the height wasn't that hard to navigate and the jab. Do you feel like incorporating and improving with your height and everything, a dominant jab, it could help take you to the next level, it could make you elite? What do you guys think about that?
Yes, definitely. I definitely got a lot of things to keep working on. Stephen Nelson, experienced fighter, he tried a lot of things, but like I said, I feel like I could have did a lot of things better as well. He came in there, moving a lot, was a little tricky, but landed the right hand, made adjustments, and controlled the fight really, But of course, we'll go back, rewatch the fight, and see what are the things I got to work on.
Un par de preguntas.
Yeah, I think, the same thing, we got to go back, I think that was the plan, to use that jab, keep the distance, and I think Diego did pretty good. But also we could get better, we're going to go back, get better. I love that style, and that's the only way he's going to get better.
Un par de preguntas para Diego y en español. ¿Qué te deja, qué enseñanza te deja esta pelea? Una pelea que se te complicó en momentos durante los 12 rounds.
No, pues una experiencia muy buena. Nunca pensé que iba a ir 12 rounds, nunca pasó por mi mente, pero aquí estamos ya peleando 12 rounds contra los mejores de los mejores del mundo. Así que pues otra experiencia más y a seguir aprendiendo, seguir con aprendiendo pues y con las peleas que se vengan, a seguir mejorando y la pelea que se venga pues estaremos listos y vamos a seguir ganando.
Ya tienes ahí un reto en redes sociales, en Twitter, te está tirando con todo Berlanga. ¿Qué le dices?
Pues que yo estoy listo. Ahí pongan la fecha y firmamos el contrato y vámonos recio.
Last question, go.
Diego, first off, congratulations. It's very fun seeing fighters advance and continue to improve, so congratulations. You mentioned earlier going the 12 rounds, you had to stay concentrated the entire time, but that 12th round, you gotcha. What did happen there? Was it just a brief loss of concentration, or what exactly happened?
No, I just think Steven Nelson was throwing a lot of punches, so one of those had to land eventually, but Steven Nelson had no choice but to go and rush in, try to get the knockout, and I stayed composed. I hit him with a few of my shots in that last round too, but yeah, man, I just showed I have a good chin as well. I could take those shots and give them back, but it was a good experience for sure.
All right, guys, thanks for everything. Diego, congratulations.